So this is my Joshy. He was fourth in line of my 5 little Downies, and now he's grown his angel wings.
Josh was brother to Olympic gymnasts Ellie and Becky Downey, and in his hometown of Nottingham he has been immortalised. Part of a British Heart Foundation campaign which features young football fans lost to sudden cardiac death.
Wants to be a footballer, obviously.
I would hold it up, but that's not
Like all little boys.
Every boy wants to be a footballer.
He was a dead happy, bubbly person.
Always wanted to crack jokes in the room and make people laugh.
That's his girlfriend, Emily.
That's such a cute pic.
That's his cricket team.
On May the 9th, 2021, the girls had been at Olympic trials in Cardiff. Their brother had been playing cricket at home in Birkenhead when he suddenly collapsed and died.
When I went to see him, he just looked asleep. There's police in the room because it had been sudden. Sat with him for a few hours. And it sounds silly, you don't want to leave him on his own. But the actual worst thing was telling your family.
It's changed the dynamic so much, it's still quite hard to believe at times that it's actually happened and it was real.
He was how old?
24.
It's thought that here in the UK, 12 young lives are lost in this way every single week.
With the Euros coming up, she would be fully in flight, really getting into that. That's Jen in all her glory.
You know your spitting image of her, don't you?
I know.
She loved Jack Grealish. He was her favourite player. She'd watch every single game as well, even if it's not England.
Just lived for his football.
He was a great lad.
He was a great lad.
So this was taken the Saturday before he passed away. We should have been here collectively. We're going to hold a Euro party at home with the family because it's what Miles would have wanted.
All of these families hope that science can provide them with answers.
Miles was fit, he was healthy, he ate well.
Why would a 21-year-old woman who's completely fit and healthy, who plays football every week, why would she collapse? It was nonsensical. We couldn't get our heads around it.
It was horrendous.
Devastating.
Yeah.
Because, there was no inkling that Tom was in any way unwell.
But these families also hope that science is close to finding a cure.
They believe it's come down through my paternal bloodline. So to pass that on to your children is just overwhelming. But I've always said our final goodbye unto Claire. I promised her that she would not die in vain.
And there is hope right here in this lab in Oxford.
So when you hear about a young person, fit and well, collapsing and dying suddenly, and we often hear about it in the context of an athlete who collapses in front of a crowd or a television, most of the time that's a genetic disorder. Usually just one single spelling mistake affecting the heart muscle or maybe the wiring of the heart.
This team are working on pioneering gene therapy to find a way to stop the deaths. A jab in the arm which could either silence or completely rewrite faulty genes.
It is within reach in our lifetime.
But we think it's ambitious but a realistic goal to get to the point that you might be enrolling the first patients in trials in a minimum of 5 years. We would think possibly more to show that that's effective and safe. But if you could get to that point, that's a cure.
And that cure would be a world first. Danny died after playing football. He was 27. Chris collapsed and died at work. He was 22. Taylor was 14. Jamie died when he was just 13.
12 young people a week.
Yeah.
It's a big number.
It's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot.
But you do feel hope that
yes, I do.
there will be good news
Yeah.
around the corner for other families.
Yeah, definitely. And the funding's needed to look into that, isn't it? So, yeah.